Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just do a quick update tonight. I've done a little work here and there. So the car is sort of back together. We're getting there. So here's a quick update. Well, I've been working on the car a little bit here and a little bit there. I did get most of it put back together. I decided to go with a little short hood exit exhaust. I got the second fuel pump plumbed in and the wiring all done, so it is fully plumbed from the pump up to the regulator. Got some more of my awesome wiring in place and some zip-tied fuel lines. And I got some mounts made for the radiator, so I did go with it laying down in the corner. So I made some aluminum mounts for the one side and a steel mount for the other, and got some hoses for it. It's all plumbed in and put in place, and got the remote filler moved. That is all mounted up. You can see we fixed the spacing problem with the water pump and the turbo thanks to these fittings. They are still really close, but that all clears now. And I had the carb back off, made some vent tube extensions for it, made some little jet extensions for the inside. So that should be all set to go. If you're unfamiliar with vent tube extensions, they basically help richen it up by putting the vent tubes directly in the stream of the incoming air. And I got tired of this thing sitting in the garage without me being able to put the hood on it anymore, so I got a wild hair and decided to go ahead and cut the holes in the hood for both the exhaust and the intake. I got this hood from Brian over at B&K Performance. He gave it to me, and it was a little beat up, and and then I had the hood pins out of it one night and it flew off the car and beat it up some more, so I don't feel too bad about cutting holes in it. So after lots of measuring and measuring and measuring, I ended up with this. The engine in this car does not sit directly in the center. I don't know if that's a thing or that's my homemade motor mounts or whatever, but so the hole is not directly in the center, and thanks to my awesome fabricating skills, it's not exactly straight either, so there's a lot of measuring to try to get this thing centered up. Well, there we go, guys. It's not super tight, but it's kind of what I was going for. A little fiberglass in the throat, but it's reasonable. Clears down here just enough, and all the throttle linkage and everything clears. So we could still elongate this one a little bit just because it's in an angle it needs to be more oblong. Well, there we go. It's reasonable. Well, I had some issues with some cheap jegs fittings leaking, and I had to wait several days to get some good Frigola ones. That fixed my fuel leak problem. Also had to fix a leak in one of the feed lines. I find these little air cutters work great on the stainless. So there's a tip for you. I wrap it in tape and put a zip tie around it so it doesn't fray, and the air cutter cuts it pretty good. I went up to the sheets and got some E85. It actually measured E85 right out of the pump. And then I flushed the system, both the feed and the return. Always do this. You won't believe how much garbage comes out of a set of new lines. And we gave it a shot at firing it up. Running car on E85. So now we got some other stuff to finish up, throttle cable and some other minor stuff, and we'll start to tuning. Thanks for watching.